Hello, fight fans. I'm Todd Grisham. Welcome inside the Grand Theater. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
Time for our tale of the tape. Yukon. He's 5'9" with a 68.9-inch reach. And here is the monster, Yukon, fighting out of Beijing, China. An entire country hopes that this man can get the job done. One of the best featherweights in the world. And it's the king.
This bout is scheduled.
All the seats have been taken in this unique setting. What an event it will be here tonight.
Todd, all I can...
We're expecting an all-action slugfest. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Quick punch scores. That's another scoring shot. The crowd is dressed to impress here tonight, and the fighters promise to do the same, as we cannot wait for this, our main event.
Todd, I've got to give it to the promoter. To pick this place, every ticket is like gold dust. You cannot get these tickets. So if you are in this venue, you are watching this fight, trust me, we're lucky to be sat here.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Good counter-punching from both these fighters. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Solid punch. Good punch. Right punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance.
Here we go, it's round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You find the Swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
He parries away that left hook. He fails to score with that left hook. Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Blocks the left there. Knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Through the hook, didn't land. Counter right. Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. victory for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get stuck in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you up.
Blocks the jab. Both of these fighters love to let their hands go. I wouldn't be surprised if each one of them throw over 1,000 punches tonight.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace. They're like, do you know what a Yorkshire Terrier is, Todd? They're like little Yorkshire Terriers.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Amir backing up. He's got to do something. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Looks like they're out of trouble.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Was off target. Nice exchange here from both men. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you got to think him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin, a pickpocket.
And he misses with that jab. Left counter scores. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Good left counter that lands. And a counter left. Neither man really defending themselves. Sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get...
Khan now in some serious trouble. Can he get out of this predicament? How did they not go down? Jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Good counter punch. That left counter was perfectly timed. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. There's the bell to start round 5. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive. That counter shot lands. Right hook won't score. It appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Tony, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You've just got to throw caution to the wind and just...
Weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. No power in those punches. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Counter right hand again. Beautiful counter shot. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, make look so easy.
There's the bell to start round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Catch and shoot. Both men step back for just a moment. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
He parries the right jab away. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Nice exchange here from both men.
Totally impressed. You know what? You got skill. You got... Oh, my goodness. I admire these guys.
Neither man really defending themselves. Nice counter. Job by him to block that jab. Nice counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Leaves a knockout without a doubt.
Here comes round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
He misses with that jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster.
This is all about ego. Safety is out of the window. Tactics are out of the window. They don't need gloves. They need beer glasses. The way they're fighting, this is ridiculous.
Amir Khan back, and Amir Khan finally on the canvas. 10 seconds here. It's probably a round he'd rather forget. Well, he's got Bambi legs walking back to the corner, but he's still in it.
There's always a way.
And there's the bell for round 8. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Showing exceptional chins, by the way. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Power, that power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
A perfect counter lands. Counter shot with the right hand. Perfect counter shot. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Left counter punch to score. Missing with the hook. Counter left hand there. There's a counter shot. I'd like to see more jabs. He just misses with that jab. Great counter right hand there. Punch check. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knock. There's the bell to start round 9. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Good punch. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Lands with the right counter. And they figure out the combination to this safe. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds. When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
Misses with that jab. Beautiful counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Somebody don't.
It's round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. They exchange punches. Counter-punching for both these athletes. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter shot. Oh boy! Amir Khan stays! Much better game plan here. Can't land that jab. Perfect counter lands. See a jab from these two. Good counter punch. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Perfect counter lands. This is not how the story was supposed to go for Amir Khan. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Khan now in some serious trouble.
Oh, I heard that, never but I saw it.
That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
And there's the bell for round 11. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
He blocks that jab. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here.
I've been in some boring fights, trust me, I know what it feels like. You've got to get out of that rope because there's a lot of pressure, especially when you hear a boo in the crowd, especially when you hear the opposite corner, especially when you can hear a pin drop. It means they're thinking, we're bored.
Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
And there's the bell to start round 12. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks the hook. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter. A fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you really let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Amir Khan is rocked! This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Shot lands. The judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
This is the last thing we expected. What a fight, what a style, what a pace to get a unanimous decision. That is mad. I didn't see that coming. I thought this would be tight. This is nowhere near tight.